Hey everybody, this is Steve Cook with Premier Guitar and PremierGuitar.com. Today we are looking at the Boss BC-1X bass compression pedal. Now, it looks like every other Boss pedal you've ever seen. If you've ever played guitar or bass, you've probably touched one of these Boss pedals. Why do I mention that? Because for the last 30 years they have been a staple on pedal boards around the world, and they have proven themselves with ruggedness and roadworthiness and tonal superiority. And yeah, and this thing, it sounds pretty good too. So this is all brand new. It's a digital bass compressor. A couple things make this different. Now, first of all, metal green flake. That makes it different. But this also has an indicator down here, as you can see. So we've got 12 levels, lights to show you what is going on. When you hit the yellow, then you're sort of in the danger zone. But a lot of floor compressors don't do this. A lot of studio compressors do this, but not a lot of pedal compressors do that. So it's a pretty unique feature. So layout is extremely simple. 4 knobs. We've got the level control, we've got a release control, a ratio control, and a threshold control. Now, why do you need a bass compressor? Well, you need a bass compressor because it levels out your signal, and when I say level, it evens out your tone. Not everybody has perfect, some people have it, but not everybody has perfect attack every single time. And so when we hit it really hard, for example, what it does is it takes that pop on the top and makes it even with the rest. So that's why you need a bass compressor, so among other reasons. But you can also use this as a boost pedal too, but we'll get to that in 1 second. So right now this is set on some fairly decent compression, not a ton of compression, but we're going to kind of dial through and show you what you can do with this. Now, the unique thing about this compressor pedal is that you can't really get a bad compression tone. Some of those compressors out there, you can just squash it completely gone. We're going to dime this thing all the way across the board, and you're going to hear you really can't get a bad tone out of it, which is a great thing about a compressor, especially if you're new to compression, if you don't really know a lot about compression, but you've heard a lot about it. This is a pretty cool place to start. So anyhow, the top of the piece was set exactly how this is set. I've got this level even with the amplifier, which is a great thing to do with compression, because then obviously you get the same signal with or without. You can also boost it if you're doing a little solo thing, but you can hear it kick in, and you can hear that it is the same level. Now, if we turn it up a little bit, now we've got a boost pedal. So now we've got kind of a solo thing that we can do, but we're going to pull that back down to where it was. All right, so the release right here is on a slow release. I liked it about this 9 o'clock position. I'm going to roll this up as I play, and you'll be able to hear how it grabs that note or how it releases that note. And now the ratio is set. This is set a little bit higher than some people might like, but I'm going to start it at 0 to 0 ratio, which is totally to your left, which would be my right, which means no compression whatsoever is happening. And now we're pulling that ratio up. I believe this one goes all the way to 20 to 1. And now you can hear how squashed it is. Now, if you are an aggressive player, if you're playing some heavier stuff, some overdriven stuff, the compression will definitely tighten that up and make it sound pretty darn cool. But if you're a heavy player, the compression obviously smooths you out. And some people like to record like this as well. All right, we'll pull this threshold up. As you can see, this is where, as you watch the indicator, this lets you know exactly where it's coming through. So now we have a sweet little slap-happy compression on there. And what it does, again, is it smooths everything out and evens out your bass tones. This is a digital compressor, so it's going to be quiet. And like a lot of compressors are noisy, but this is dead quiet. This is also an 18-volt pedal, so it's got an internal boost circuit. It's a 9-volt battery, and it's a 9-volt system on the power supply, but it's got a circuit to double it. Now, your battery life is about 3 hours on that. So I recommend plugging it in, but I brought an 18-volt bass specifically for this reason, because it's got a lot of headroom in here. Our signal chain today is very simple. It is a Ferrari yellow Dingwall NG2 model bass through the BC-1X bass compression into the Aguilar tone hammer, and we are running a direct line out of that. So you're not hearing this cabinet at all, but we are hearing it in the studio. So again, some of the uses for a compressor pedal, especially the Boss BC-1X. So as I talked earlier about your level and about the evenness of your level. So I've got a pick, fancy pick here, and I'm going to play it without the compression on it, and then we're going to play it with the compression. You're going to hear exactly how that signal gets leveled out. Why is this important? Well, if you're a pick player, it's important. If you're a slap player, it's important. If you're an aggressive player, it's important. You're not going to give the front of house guy fits, and you're gonna have a much better playing experience if you are a heavy hitter. So let me do it without, and then we'll do it with it with the effect on. All right. Now, it sounds more subdued, it sounds, but the reason for that, it is taking that crazy wavelength and it is just putting it into a nice, even place, which, again, that's what compressors do. So again, Boss is roadworthy, road-tested, 30 years in the business making this design on this pedal. I can't say enough about Boss and how they've just sort of changed the industry. They are continuing to change the industry by giving you a digital compressor with an indicator, using an amazing technology in this. It's called MDP, which is a multi-dimensional processing. And what happens is when you turn one of these knobs, it is in effect changing parameters on all the knobs to make sure that every single frequency, every single thing that you're giving that pedal is the optimal tone. And that's how you really can't get a bad tone out of the pedal, because there's a lot going on under the hood. And that's the advantage of a digital compressor. So make sure you check out my written review on this pedal, the Boss BC-1X, when you get a chance. Also go to premierguitar.com and check it out there. Check it out in print. Check it out everywhere on the app. The app's a lot of fun. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can watch all of our video features all day long and night if you're not sleeping. It's a lot of fun. So make sure you check everything out for Premier Guitar, premierguitar.com. This is Steve Cook. We'll see you real soon.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on premierguitar.com.